Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host this evening. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your Valentine's evening here with us. Get yourself signed up for the quiz, lovebirds, by coming on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice we're looking for some basic sign-up details from you, which includes an email address, a team name, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you, are you a part of the league? If you are a part of the league, great. Welcome back. Thank you for playing with us here again tonight. If you're not a part of the league, you're welcome to get signed up. This is our 7th game of season 57, and we do have our championship right around the corner. Helsinki asking when that championship is going to take place. It is going to be Wednesday, the 13th of March. That is what I have assessed to be the date based on some quick math in my head. I'll make sure that's correct and let you all know as soon as I'm able. But I think it is Wednesday, the 13th of March. So we'll see how you all do in that final showdown in just a few weeks' time. But tonight, whether you are in the league or you're playing super casually, we want you here, and you can get signed up for the game right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Tonight, we are going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories are question and answer style rounds, and our 4th and final theme of the night is going to be a picture round. So the majority of the quiz are these question and answer style rounds. And here is how it works, everybody. I'm going to ask you a question right here out loud. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. When you see that question, you're going to get a 20-second countdown timer. Enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and kindly make sure that you click submit answers before it's too late. Always click submit answers. Let's say you have a spelling error in your response, but you have some time left on that 20-second countdown timer. Please feel free to enter in an updated response. Just make sure you click submit answers again before the time expires. Some of the questions tonight are going to be multiple choice. In that instance, click on the option you think is correct and click submit answers. All right. Yeah. Hi. If you're just joining us, happy Valentine's Day. I'm Meredith. I will be your host this evening. Get signed up for tonight's game by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Either way, we want you to play with us here tonight. People curious about what's going to be happening with our upcoming Tournament of Champions, the King's Cup. It is going to be on Wednesday, the 13th of March. And here's how our top teams are doing thus far after 6 weeks of this season. Well played, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, holding on to that top spot. And Jive Turkeys rounding out the 10th spot here. Congrats to those top 10 teams. So much game left to go this season. Things could definitely get shuffled up there on the scoreboard. So I hope that things go well for you this evening. Our 4th and final round of tonight's game is that picture round, which is structured differently than our first 3 categories. And I'm going to walk you through the details of it when we get to that point of the quiz. 2 rules for tonight's game. Rule number 1, our most important rule: there is no cheating in trivia. Please do not look the answers up. I know you can do that. Don't do it. It's not the purpose of what we're doing here tonight. Use your brain, not Google. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Truly love hearing from you all in the chat. Welcome back, Nidhogg. Hello, turkeys out there. Happy Valentine's Day. Keep the comments coming. Just don't spoil the game for others by giving away the answers in the chat. All right, folks, this is your last opportunity to get signed up for tonight's game before we dive into round number 1. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com and you will be joining these 47 illustrious trivia teams. From our first sign up this evening, the Helsinki Syndrome, down to our most recent team to get signed up, Beer Naked Ladies. Hello to both of those teams and every team in between. Best of luck on tonight's game. Let's do it, everybody. Round 1 is in the category of single and ready to mingle. Personally, not single, but in this round, we are celebrating the word single. That word single is going to pop up in either the question or answer for every single clue in this round. Let's do it. It could also be a variation of single, like singular, something like that. Here we go. Round 1, question 1. In 1950, what brand introduced their individually wrapped cheese product called Singles? They call it cheese product, not quite cheese. Tastes pretty good when it's melted, I think. They're Kraft Singles. Kraft, your correct response for number 1. An excellent start, but not quite as social. Question number 2. As part of an early release of her upcoming album, Act 2, who dropped the country-inspired singles 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em on Super Bowl Sunday? Going in a new direction with Act 2 of her Renaissance album. It's Beyonce. Beyonce, some country inspired singles. I've heard one of them. I enjoyed it. Question number 3. Under the United Kingdom's Scotch whiskey regulations, a single malt Scotch whiskey must be made exclusively from malted what kind of grain? Single malt Scotch whiskey must be exclusively made from malted barley. Barley is your answer there. A tougher question, but 57% of you got that one right. Our fourth question in this single and ready to mingle round. Here it comes. One singular sensation, every little step she takes, is the opening line of the song One from what musical, which had its Broadway debut in 1975? One is a song from Act 2 of the musical A Chorus Line. God, I hope I get it. It's a chorus line. How'd you do? 47 teams submitted their responses for that one in time, and 59% of you got a correct answer. Question number 5. In 1992, at the age of 24, who became the youngest and first Black director to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director for the movie Boys in the Hood? Helps if you kept the theme in mind for this one. John Singleton is your correct answer for number 5. Singleton. 48% of you got it right. On to our 6th question in round number 1. What 15th president of the United States is the only US president who was single in office and never married? Can you see the answers in my glasses? I hope not. Your correct answer here, that president who never married, it's James Buchanan. Buchanan, your correct response there. 72% of you got it right. Question number 7. Fill in the blank. Sophia Black-D'Elia starred on the comedy TV series Single Blank Female, which ran for 2 seasons on Freeform from 2022 through 2023. What fills in that blank? Definitely a tougher question. A short lived show. I've heard good things about it. You can catch up on it on Hulu. It's called Single Drunk Female. Drunk, your answer for number 7. The toughest one of the quiz thus far. 33% of you getting it right. I want to hear it. Let's hear one of these. Hopefully, we sink no lower than 33% this evening. We shall see. Here's number 8. What phylum or group of phyla that includes single-celled organisms like amoebas, flagellates, and ciliates gets its name from Greek for first animals? First, we've got proto. Animals, we've got zoa, protozoa, protozoans. Your correct answer there for number 8. They are now typically considered part of the animal kingdom of protists. Protozoa is what we were looking for, though, as your answer there. Doing a couple rescores there. If you don't see a correct response and you had a spelling error, you should see it now. Just fixed it. Our 9th question in this round, published in 2004 as a self-help dating guide aimed at single women, was what book by Greg Behrendt and Liz Tuccolo, who were writers on Sex and the City, and got this idea from an episode in which the characters analyzed why a man declined Miranda's invitation to come up to her apartment after a date. Name that self-help dating guide. This dating guide also made way for a movie of the same name. When that date did not want to come up to Miranda's apartment, she was given the advice that perhaps he's just not that into you. That's your answer for number 9. He's just not that into you. We are on to our final question of this single and ready to mingle round. Hope it speaks to some of you out there on this Valentine's Day. Here's number 10. Pete Rose is the all-time MLB leader in career singles with 3,215. What MLB player nicknamed the Georgia Peach, who played most of his career with the Detroit Tigers at 1905 through 1926, is the only other player in MLB history with over 3,000 career singles? That other baseball player with over 3,000 career singles is Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb, your correct response for number 10. That brings us to the end of round number 1. Let's check in with our standings. 1 round into the game, we've got a tie for 4th place with 9 points between Shanadian, We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, 22, and 69. Also, Primetime Players and Team 578, and tied for the lead with perfect scores 10 for 10, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, pieced it together, and the Blue Shells. Round number 2 coming your way in 1 moment. First, let's check in with our upcoming schedule. It's movie quiz night, everybody. Stick around after tonight's game at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You can join the movie quiz by getting an answer sheet at play.themoviequiz.com. Hope you check it out tonight. Also, we will be back 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, the 21st of February. Very much hope to see you all 1 week from now, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Our second round of the evening is in the category of Who Said That? Who said that? In this round, I'm going to share a quote with you and the year that is associated with said quote. And it is your job to identify from 4 multiple choice options who said it. Let's do it. Round 2, question number 1. Nobody puts baby in a corner. 1987. Name that character. All of these are Patrick Swayze characters. We've got Derry Curtis from The Outsiders. James Dalton is from Roadhouse. Sam Wheat from Ghost, my favorite movie. Maybe. I don't know. It's a good one. Johnny Castle is his character from Dirty Dancing. Johnny Castle, your correct response for number 1. Question number 2. You Come at the King, You Best Not Miss, 2002. From season 1, episode 8, an episode titled Lessons, as spoken by the character Omar Little, as played by Michael K. Williams. It's Omar Little. Omar Little, your answer. I said it already. I gave it away. Omar Little, 67% of you got it. Some of you fooled by Tony Soprano, 26% going with that option. Question number 3. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? 2010. Name that person. Those are the so poetic opening lyrics to the song Firework by Katy Perry. Katy Perry, your correct response for number 3. 78% of you got it. 9% thought maybe it was Miley Cyrus. Question number 4. Yet today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of this earth. 1939. Name that person. Spoken as part of his retirement speech given 1 month after he was diagnosed with ALS. It's Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig, your correct response for number 4. Question number 5. It was a little Cocker Spaniel dog, and our little girl Trisha, the 6-year-old, named it Checkers, as spoken in 1952. Name that person. Spoken as a response to an accusation that he had misused an $18,000 political contribution. This dog being one of those political gifts. It was Richard Nixon who said this. Nixon, your answer for number 5. Question number 6. Who said it? This above all, to thine own self be true. Around 1600. From Act 1, Scene 3 of Hamlet, it was that Polonius guy who said it. Polonius, your correct answer for number 6. On to our 7th question in this round. I wanted to buy a candle holder, but the store didn't have one, so I got a cake. 1999. Who said it? This comedian had some of the best one liner jokes. I was a huge fan. I actually got so lucky that I got to see him in his lifetime. It's Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg, your correct answer for number 7. And that one, everyone, was my hint of the night. Follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith. I do give away a hint every single time we bring you a new quiz. So check it out. I'll help you just a little bit next time you play 1 week from today. On to our 8th question in round number 2. Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films. 2020. Who said it? As part of his Golden Globes acceptance speech that he won for Parasite, technically spoken through a translator, but he said it. It's Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho, your correct response for number 8. I love it. Yes. Let's get used to those subtitles. So many good movies out there. Question number 9. I dreamed a dream in time gone by when hope was high and life worth living. 1987 on Broadway. It's from Les Miserables. The character who sings it is Fantine. Fantine, your correct answer for number 9. Love that song. I want to play that part. Let's make it happen. And number 10, Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you. Circa 1876. Who said it? These were the first words spoken on the first telephone call circa March 10th, 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. Probably to some guy named Watson, I would say. 87% of you got that one right. Let's check in with our standings. We are 2 rounds into the game with 2 rounds to go. We've got a tie in 4th place with 19 points between We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. Primetime Players and Team 578, and a 3-way tie for the lead. Perfect scores thus far. 20 for 20, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, pieced it together, and the blue shells. Before we get to round number 3, it's that time of the night.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
We've added a new segment in season 57 where we're getting to know a little bit about you, our teams, our players who join us every week. I would love to hear from you. So if you haven't submitted a little dossier for yourself, this is what we're looking for: your team name, your name, where are you playing from, what do you do? What's your favorite trivia topic? Some fun facts, and stump the audience with your own trivia question. Tonight's player spotlight is on Heather of We Drink and We Know Things 17 fame. There's Heather circled in that red circle over there, flanked by some teammates and some characters. Gandalf? Who's that other guy? some wizard or something. I don't know. Identify. Heather, thank you so much for submitting some fun facts about yourself. Heather joining us tonight from Warrington, Pennsylvania, in Bucks County, a Philadelphia suburb. As an occupation, Heather is an implementation specialist for a software company, meaning that Heather helps companies implement their new software system into their business process. Heather's favorite trivia topic is the Beatles. Some fun facts about Heather. Heather is a 2nd degree black belt in martial arts. So watch out. Heather's smart and she can kick your ass. Another fact about Heather, currently learning Yiddish on Duolingo. Very cool. And also for several years, Heather sang the national anthem at a local sporting event twice a year. Heather, so wonderful to officially meet you. Thank you for these fun details about yourself. And let's see what fun trivia question you've submitted to us here this evening. This one worth 0 points. Let's see if Heather can stump you with a question about the Beatles. At their first studio recording session, Beatles producer George Martin wasn't sure Ringo Starr would be able to handle the job, so he brought in a studio drummer and cut 2 versions of this song, each one with a different drummer. What song do you think it was? Place your guess. Thank you, Danny. Appreciated. George Martin wasn't sure Ringo Starr was up to the task. They cut 2 different versions of the song. Love Me Do. Love Me Do is your answer. Let's see. How did you do? 20% of you got that one right. It was definitely tough. That was 11 teams coming in with the correct answer. Don't worry, it was not worth a point here tonight. Thank you again, Heather. This is a lot of fun. Hope that those of you who have yet to submit your information about yourselves, that you're inspired to do so after that fun showing from Heather. So reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com, with some info about yourself. Cannot wait to hear from you. Back to business, everybody. Round 3 tonight in the category of New England. 10 questions in this round. Here is number 1. Although Hartford has always been the capital of Connecticut from From 1701 to 1874, Connecticut had a second concurrent capital. In what city? Which today is known for its a pizza. Also home to Yale, it's New Haven. New Haven, your correct response for number one. How'd you do? 56% of you knew that New Haven was once the concurrent capital city of Connecticut. Question two. Along with Nebraska, what New England state splits their electoral votes in a presidential election by using the congressional district method? Only Nebraska and this state utilize the congressional district method. It's Maine. Maine, your correct response for number two. Question number three. It is estimated that the original had a weight of 20,000 pounds. What fragmented item is located in Pilgrim Memorial State Park with the year 1620 inscribed into it? Found in Pilgrim Memorial State Park, 1620. It says it's a fragment of Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock, your answer for number three. Question number four. What 2024 Peacock series, based on a movie franchise by Seth MacFarlane, acts as a prequel to the movies and is set in the 1990s in Framingham, Massachusetts? Thank you all for the feedback about the lag. I don't know what that could be about. It appears my internet connection is strong. I'll try to make sure I give you all enough time. That Peacock series, based on a series of films by Seth MacFarlane, is Ted. Ted, your correct response for number four. On to our fifth question in this New England themed round. Located in Hanover, New Hampshire, what college's varsity and club athletic teams are known as the Big Green? Again, thanks for the feedback about the lag that some of you are experiencing. I can't do much about it at this point. It would mean resetting my internet, and I don't want to lose you all. So I'm just going to be patient and make sure I have your responses locked in. Your correct answer for number 5 is Dartmouth, the Dartmouth College. 80% of you got it right. Our sixth question in round number 3. The greater Boston area's subway system is often represented by what single letter from the alphabet? The greater Boston area's subway system, it's the Massachusetts Bay Transport Authority, aka the T system. T, your answer for number 6. How'd you do? 38 teams entered in the correct letter of the alphabet. That's 69% of you. Here's number 7. In 1969, Ted Kennedy's negligence resulted in the death of his 28-year-old passenger when he drove his car off a bridge on what Massachusetts island off the eastern end of Martha's Vineyard? It became the title of a 2017 film based on the event. It's technically a peninsula off of Martha's Vineyard that, when the tides are high, becomes its own island. It's called Chappaquiddick. Chappaquiddick, your correct answer for number 7. 3 more questions in this round, then we're moving on to our final category of the evening, the picture round. Here's number 8. What national park is located along the midsection of the Maine coast and preserves about half of Mount Desert Island, including Cadillac Mountain? That Maine National Park is better known as Acadia. Acadia National Park is your answer there. On to our 9th question in this New England themed round. Here we go. The only home on Boston's Freedom Trail belonged to what Silversmith and Sons of Liberty member? The only home on Boston's Freedom Trail belongs to Paul Revere. Paul Revere is your correct response for number 9, which brings us to our final question in round number 3. Here it is, number 10. Born in Newton, Massachusetts, what actress and comedian who is half of the 2023-24 Restless Leg comedy tour played a character who helped popularize the celebration of Galentine's Day? Name that actor. Restless Leg comedy tour, a two-hander between Tina Fey and a Galentine Leslie Knope herself. It's Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler. And of course, you likely noticed that you have just been...
It's Saturday Night Live!
SNL. It happened. Amy Poehler, of course, famously a cast member on SNL. There she is over there with Tina Fey and the land shark. Well done in that round, everybody. Let's check in with our standings as we head into our final round of the night. We've got a tie in 7th place with 28 points. We Drink and We Know Things 22 and Team 578. A tie for 2nd place with 29 points each. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. We Drink and We Know Things 17, 12, and 69. And the Blue Shells in the lead right now, all on their lonesome. The only team with a perfect score 3 rounds in. It's pieced it together. Well done, pieced it together. Before we get to our final round of the evening, did you know we do private events? If you're looking for a way to celebrate a gathering with your friends, family members, or coworkers, and perhaps you'd like a trivia game or some other kind of customizable game to be part of that event, we'd love to work with you. You can reach out directly to me. There's my email address right there, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. Let us know what you have in mind. We would absolutely love to work with you. Let's get into our final category of the evening. Tonight's picture round, we're talking all about Western astrology. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of astrological signs. It is your job to identify the astrological sign based on its representation there, its symbol. Name the sign. Okay, everybody, there are 10 of them. Each of them is numbered, and underneath those 10 numbered images are 10 numbered blanks. Make sure you put your responses in the correct order. You've got 5 minutes to work on this round, everyone. Then we'll move on to our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker question. Here we go. Kindly name these 10 astrological signs. Oh, hey, everybody. We are halfway through this here picture round. Hope it's going well for you all. Don't forget to click submit answers when we come back together in about 2 minutes' time. We'll see how you did. Then we'll move on to our tiebreaker question. If you haven't done so already, now is the time to click submit answers. I want to hear from you. That countdown timer starting right now. Shout out to the team who was like, we don't know these. We're just going to describe what they kind of look like. Like this first one resembles the bottom of a necklace. Yeah, it does. The correct answer here. Number 1 is Taurus. Image number 2 is Libra. Number 3, we've got Leo. Image number 4 is Virgo. Image number 5 is Aries. Number 6, we've got Cancer. Number 7, that is Pisces. Image number 8 is Sagittarius. Image number 9, that one is Gemini. And image number 10 is Aquarius. How'd you do? Let's find out. Hopefully you had someone on your team who knows their astrological symbols. We are moving on to our final question of the game, the tiebreaker question. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. That, of course, means you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you end up as part of a tie, whoever is closer is going to break that tie. Here it is, our final question of the game. Give us your best guess. How much money did the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs make at the domestic box office in USD? We are going to be posting the results for the top 15 or so teams over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ends up happening with these scores tonight based on the tiebreaker responses. Also, everyone, remember, stick around after tonight's game for the movie quiz coming up in just a couple minutes' time. You can get signed up by heading on over to play.themoviequiz.com. And we will return 1 week from today for our next quiz right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That'll be on Wednesday, the 21st of February. Looking forward to seeing you all then. That movie Signs came out in 2002 and at the box office domestically made $227,966,634. No one got it spot on. Thank goodness. Glad to see it. No one looking that answer up. Very nice. Let's head on over to the winner's circle and see what happened with our final scores. Coming in, what I can only imagine is a tie. Usually is. For 18th place with 32 points, Kathleen Turner, Overdrive, Why Not Zoidberg, and Ned's Nibblers. Tied in 14th with 33, Team Cockroach, The Next Condemnation, Winning Wheel of Death, Jive Turkeys, and Team Cockroach. In 13th with 34 points, Beer Naked Ladies. Tied in 11th with 35, Second Time UWU, Jackass Incorporated. In 10th tonight with 36 points, The Blue Shells. Tied in 8th with 37, I Heart Nando, and Team 578. Tied in 6th place tonight with 38 points, We Drink and We Know Things 22, and Team 578 tied in 2nd with 39 points. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. We Drink and We Know Things 17, We Drink and We Know Things 12, and We Drink and We Know Things 69. And they did it, everyone. They came in with a perfect score here this evening, 40 out of a possible 40 points. Congratulations go to Pieced It together. Well done, pieced it together. If you haven't been the spotlighted player, please reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It has been very lovely hosting for you all. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League. Stick around. The movie quiz is coming up next. Thank you, Peter, and the rest of our writing team for helping to put together tonight's quiz. Thank you, Cullen, for making this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating the software you all played the quiz on tonight. Good night, everybody. See you soon.